Hello everybody. I'm making this video kind of as a response kind of thing. Someone that I'm not gonna name showed me some talks about the Street Fighter Cross Tekken Discord that I used to be a part of. And what they said didn't necessarily trigger me or anything, but it did kind of annoy me just because it is kind of wrong, what they said. Pretty much, what happened is I left a while, and I'll explain why in a minute. But what I hate is how they're saying it. And how they're saying it is they actually seem to have what I said when I left on hand, which I find pretty funny. And they get along with the moderator, so they must have been circle jerking after I left. Pretty much, they said that, quote unquote, I was a princess and I couldn't take being muted. Which, in the context of why I left, was not the case at all. Let me kind of explain. Especially initially, I kind of mellowed out later. They keep saying, you know, like I posted pictures, which is true initially, but watch, like later on I did mellow out on that. It's just something they kept saying, but whatever. I still really like to mess with the mods. But being muted wasn't the reason I left. What happened? Let me explain what happened before I left. I was in my store, and I'm usually like on Discord in my store, you know, just saying stuff. I'm pretty sure I said that a lot of times when I was on that Discord. I pretty much, if anybody ever watched JonTron, the VR Troopers, he talked about having a 10-hour Julian Combs Dead Emotionless compilation. Julian Combs being C-O-M-B, like the thing you use to brush your hair with. Okay? So, I actually put in my store and I said in the group, hey, yeah, you know, I actually have I found out that the Xbox One you could control with your laptop if you're on the YouTube app. So I literally had a 10-hour Julian Combs Dead Emotionless. Look it up if you don't know what that is. But I had that playing. And I remember Sot and some other people, Sot being the main owner, asked me, you're talking about Julia Chang, the character from Cross Tekken? And I said, no, Julian Combs. And I posted a picture. So later on I was like, hey, I'm gonna get on for a minute, just see what's going on. Then I see Duck, who is well, I'm not gonna say really sensitive, but he's more let's just say he's more like Donald Duck. I'm just gonna say that. He deleted it and was all bitching that if I keep spamming, I'm gonna get muted. I'm like, bitch, I posted that in context to show everybody what the fuck I was talking about. Well, pretty much, that was kind of a final straw for me, because what was going on in the Street Fighter Cross Tekken group was two main things. First of it all, well, actually three, but two of them go hand in hand. The first one is, well, first and second reason really, is that nobody was talking about Cross Tekken at that point. No one was. You pretty much, like, there were people talking about Street Fighter 5, and at the time, even though Aaron, I'm cool with Aaron, by the way, Psycho Blue, but he's telling me that they don't talk about it anymore, but they were talking about Dragon Ball Fighter. Nothing but Dragon Ball Fighter. And I'm like, okay, but I'm pretty sure in no Dragon Ball Fighter Discords, people are talking about Street Fighter Cross Tekken, right? So, that was really annoying me. There was no Street Fighter Cross Tekken movement in the Discord group. Well, what the hell's going on there? Oh, it kind of froze. Sorry, technical difficulties. First time I did commentaries like this. Yeah, so like there was nothing going on in terms of Cross Tekken. I think from the time that I started noticing it, until the time I left, the only real Cross Tekken content, there were only three. Sorry about that, my microphone kind of cut off. Won't make sense, but yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, first was someone, I don't remember your name, sorry guy, I know you were cool and everything, but he streamed the PC tournament they had. So I was like, yeah, that's cool. You know, we need more people streaming Cross Tekken, whatever. So that was cool. Then was Max making a really, really, really general guide on alpha counters and raw launchers. So one or two, I don't know. Then the third was something I don't think you can even put on YouTube. Just some crappy Lars tutorial. Just do crouching medium kick. That's it, really. I could show you, like, honestly, like, I think that there's this one guy that's been making videos, like, training for Evo, for Cross Tekken, for the side tournament. That's practically more than the whole Discord has, like, in terms of videos that people have, that, like, in terms of videos that the entire Discord has done collectively. There's no caring. There really isn't. So that kind of leads me to a third reason, like to the third factor that left. There was no benefit for me being there. I'm not the kind of guy who will stay there and take shit, okay? I'm really not. I'm not gonna fucking take shit from this one guy who claims to be a duck on the internet, wanting to have some sort of power over me. Alright? I don't, like, he's just gonna be like, oh, you're gonna mute you if you're gonna do that. Nah, fuck you. I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction of thinking that you're holding something over my head. There's no mutual benefit. Alright? I've had employees. But the reason they have to listen to what I do, and the reason I have to listen to your shit, is because you don't have anything I want. And even then, when I have employees in my store, right? I don't just be like pulling the trigger, ace, mute, whatever. Usually try and take their side anyways. But that's all I'm talking about real life. I don't like talking about real life. But yeah, like I'm saying, there was no benefit for me to being in the group. And for them saying that I got offended, that I'm throwing a temper tantrum because I can't get my way. There's a saying that there's nothing more dangerous than a desperate man, alright? I know I'm kind of getting weird by saying this, but I work with the public every day. My store is buy, sell, trade. Whenever an employer, whatever, doesn't feel comfortable with someone, I have to talk to them. I have to diffuse the situation. Okay? So, usually I'm dealing with people who are bringing in shitty Madden games, are bringing in stuff that literally has no value, but expect something like, I don't know, $70 because they need money for the day. I don't know. I'm not judging, but I'm not saying this to judge. I'm doing this to state a point. The point is, I work with the public. I have to take shit from people. Something that a Discord is gonna say is not gonna bother me. I don't get offended on the internet. You can call me where the fuck you want. You call me a beaner. I don't give a shit. I fucking don't get offended. Say the fucking moderator that was all like, oh, I'm gonna mute you if you do that again. Guess what? You fucking got offended by what I said way more times than what you ever fucking told me. You were one of the first people that anytime I try to make a point, you were against it. But yeah, pretty much like I said, I didn't leave because I was throwing a temper tantrum in the Discord, whatever. I just left because there was no benefit for me in there. Really. I mean, guys, go ahead, keep talking about Dragon Ball. Keep talking about anything but Cross Tekken, alright? You're like not doing anything for the community. Maybe, yeah, a hangout place. That's great. That's fine. Go ahead and be that. But I'll be here making videos. I'll be here streaming. I'll be here liking the game. I play the game because I like it. I make money off my store. I don't need to go esports. I do not buy a game that thinking, oh, okay, I'm gonna make millions of dollars off this game on YouTube ads and Twitch donations. No, I make my money another way. I literally play for fun. So I just do not want someone, just because they're thinking that they're part of a group, that a moderator of a group, being like, oh, I have power over you, I'm gonna threaten you with some shit. Nah, hell no, I'm not fucking playing that game. But to prove a point, I'm just gonna add this right here. To prove a point, go ahead and look for Street Fighter Cross Tekken videos. I bet you that if you find that, you're gonna find a lot of stuff that's either clickbait, that's gonna be about Tekken Cross Street Fighter where it at, or you're gonna find some crappy gameplay videos. Of course, I mean, there's always people doing that. Or finally, you're gonna get some gameplay from either me, Psycho Blue, I think it's called Higashi TV, something like that, and the person that's training for Evo. That's it. The rest of the Discord is pretty much useless. And you know what? You could be like, hey, I'm making videos, I'm cool. Okay, fine. You're not doing anything notable. I look for Cross Tekken videos every day because I like to support it. Someone uploads a good Cross Tekken video, I'll be like, there's like, oh yeah, thanks for uploading this. I haven't seen any from y'all. Anyways, that was a bit longer than I wanted to. But pretty much, like I said, that's the reason I left. There was no benefit. And I don't want that to be like, oh, I could mute you, you better do what I say. Nah, fuck that. I don't fucking play that game. Anyways, I think that's it for the video. So, yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Like I said, they probably have me saying, I can probably put right here what I said exactly when I left. But, yeah. And also, one more question. If you muted me, how could I say that? Anyways, that's it. Later, everyone.
For him too, because that can beat Zangief stand strong, especially with the ever so slight nerf to Zangief stand strong. Could be hit before it has an active frame.
And that's punishable. And he misses it. Ooh. And that is very punishable. Ibashi with a missed opportunity there.
Yeah.
But I think at 85 seconds in, Ricky had already done 70% just on making him run into normal. So it looks like he has studied this matchup sufficiently, at least thus far.
Careful with those low fierces. All he needs to focus is one of those to get in.
Well, that's what's interesting about that move. It's not even focusable from some ranges. There's some ranges that are so far that Zangief can't even focus in afterwards. Itabashi does make the adjustment here with T-Hawk.
Interesting.
We'll see.
Interesting.
I think bowing to the
Are you ready?
Ability with Rufus against Zangief. Wow.
You got to remember, at one point in time, Zangief versus Rufus was thought to be so much in Zangief's favor. to get Itabashi Zangief to switch to T-Hawk is a feat unto itself.
That's a real testament to Justin and Ricky's work on the map to really make Zangief look helpless by just switching it up and playing in a totally different style than you usually see.
Oh.
Wow, Ricky's favorite.